This is boring, but it's how businesses rank #1 on Google. And I used it to take this landscaper from completely invisible to the #1 spot in just 6 months. But it wasn't just luck. It all comes down to one boring system that anyone can use. And I'm about to show you how to copy and paste it into your business to finally rank at the top of Google. Just like this home renovation company that was stuck on page #2 but hit #1 in just 3 months. Or this electrician that got 115 leads in 30 days after doing SEO with us for just 4 months. Now, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to do the same. And 99% of local businesses completely ignore it. However, the people that are ranking #1 spend thousands of dollars into the system. It's not about reviews, it's not about your website, and it's not even about your Google business profile. And this is what is holding your business back from ranking #1 on Google. It's called backlink farming, and it is one of the most powerful things you can do for your SEO. So how it works is you're gonna sit down for 30 minutes to 1 hour every week and do outreach to every single local organization to earn high quality backlinks. So the first step is to do some local research. So for me, I'm in the city of Ottawa, and what I need to start doing is finding some locally relevant websites and start making the list of all of them. So for example, you could search for Ottawa sponsorships and make a list of all the different websites that you could potentially be featured on. So when I search for Ottawa sponsorships, I see websites like Invest Ottawa or this Tamarack Ottawa race weekend, and I want to go into them and see if it makes sense for my business to be featured there as well. So I can open up this website, I can look and see if they actually add a link to the sponsor's website. So in this case, they actually do not link the sponsor to the sponsor's website. Whenever I click on the logo, it just takes me to the image. However, on this website, investottawa.ca, when you click on the logo, it actually takes them to the actual website. So now I know that Invest Ottawa actually links out to their sponsors. So this would be a good candidate for me to reach out and ask if they would sponsor our organization as well. You can also search for Ottawa Hour donors, and you'll get another list of other companies that have donated to these organizations in your area, and you can add them to your list as well. You can even also search for Ottawa Chamber of Commerce and see what other websites and organizations that you potentially can be featured on. So you want to gather the list of all the related websites in your area, and this will be your connection inventory. So once you found a website that actually accepts donors, you want to find their email or find some way to contact them. So once you go to their contact page and you find their contact details, you can send them a very generic message, something like, "Hello, as a member of X, I noticed our business is not listed on your sponsors page. What are the next steps to be featured on the website?" You don't necessarily want to talk about just links in general. You just want to say, "We want to do a paid collaboration. We want to get featured. What are the next steps and what are the fees?" So this seems very simple and it doesn't seem like a lot of work, but you want to do this as much as you can because you want to increase the odds of you getting featured or sponsored on as many locally relevant websites as possible. The other type of websites that you can be featured on are also directories. So there are many different directories that you can get your business listed on, such as Yelp, the Better Business Bureau, any local chamber of commerce, or if you're like a roofer, for example, you can search for a roofing directory and see if any of these websites are accepting new people to be featured on their website, and you want to ensure that they link out to you as well. The other source of links that you can get is from your partners or your vendors. So you want to list out all the different types of business relationships that you have. This includes your suppliers, or any contractors that you work with, or any professional services like any accountant or any lawyers. And you can send them a very similar email as before, asking them if they'd be willing to feature you on their websites for some paid collaboration. Now, this 4-step process will help you rank higher on Google, but building enough backlinks to see enough results using this strategy can sometimes take up to 12 months, especially if you have a new website. So if you want to shortcut the process by tapping into our network of backlinks that we have, book a call using our link below. We've worked with many local businesses like Yards Unlimited, who is a design-build landscaper, and they ranked #1 in just 6 months. So if that interests you, book a call with a link below, and I'll talk to you soon. So the one thing about backlinks is that you can't just trust every single one that you get. So normally 1 or 2 also won't be enough. We've worked with so many local businesses, and what we've learned is that only around 20% of backlinks are actually worth getting. If it's not related to your city, or if it's not related to your industry, it won't benefit getting that link. So this is what we use to filter and decide on whether getting the link is worth it or not. So the first thing that you want to check is that, is the website locally relevant to my business? So we found this website of accountants, and they are indeed based in Ottawa. And if my company is based in Ottawa, then it's relevant enough for me to feature my business on theirs. And also, when I look on their website, it seems like a trusted website. When I look at this, it doesn't seem like a scam or a spammy website. It looks legitimate and it does look like a real business, which helps in the overall authority. However, getting the link from a website in a totally different country, let's say in Europe when we're based in Canada, won't do much because my business is based in Canada and in Ottawa, and the website that I just got linked from is based in Europe. And because there's not much relevance there, getting that link won't do much for my overall authority. My website needs more authority that we are legitimate in Ottawa, Canada, meaning that I need links from other Ottawa, Canadian websites. The next thing that you want to check is that does this website have a high trust score? So there are many tools that you can use out there to help you figure this out. We like to use Ahrefs here at Visual Studio. So we can look at that example again, McKay Duff LLP. I can put them into Ahrefs and we can see what their domain rating is. So their domain rating is 20, which is really good for a local website. Usually we're aiming for at least 10, even if the domain rating is not extremely high, as long as it's locally relevant, it'll do really well for your business. If the website is locally relevant and the domain rating is at least like 5 or 10, then I would say it's worth getting. The next thing that you want to check is that do they offer do follow links or no follow links? Do follow links basically is a signal to Google that we are vouching for that business or that other website, but a no follow link means that we are not vouching for that website. So I can figure that out quickly by just right clicking here, going to inspect. And if you see here, it says a href and the links out to the website. And because it does not have the tag no follow, that means I know that the link is a do follow. So this passes our next step. The last thing we check for is that is this website related to the industry that I serve? So if I had an Ottawa roofing company and this is an accountant's company, it's not the most relevant, but because it's Ottawa related, we would still try to acquire this link. However, it would be more powerful if it was another Ottawa construction website, for example. So now you know how to find the potential opportunities, and now you know whether the opportunity is good or not, and then you need to outreach them, negotiate a price, and then pay the fee to be featured on the website. And then the last thing is to actually measure the outcome and the result of getting these links. So you want to track how much you're paying for each link and how much the rankings are increasing with time as you obtain links. So the whole point of building links is to rank higher. So we need to track, is our strategy working or not? So there's many tools that you can use that will track the ranking, and you can do it in tools like Ahrefs as well. So if you go to all tools and you go to rank tracker, so once you go into the rank tracker, you can add a list of all the keywords that you want to track your positions for. You want to see, is my ranking going up for these keywords or is it going down? And what these tools will do is they'll monitor your keyword positions week by week to see if you're going up or if you're going down. And then you can compare your current rankings to what it was 3 months ago or 6 months ago, for example. So this is a dentist that we've been working for example, and then these are some of the keywords and their positions across a whole year. So for example, for composite fillings Ottawa, they went from 93rd to 21 and so on and so forth. So we know whether the links that we're getting are actually turning into increasing in rankings or not. And it's super crucial you do this just to know whether you're heading in the right direction or not. So what you can also do is you can also go to Google Search Console, and in the queries, you'll find all the different keywords that your business shows up for. So in this case, if I click on ODA Feed Guide 2025, I can show or see the average position, and I can see the change in my position over time with respect to this single keyword. So now that's everything that you need to know about using backlinks to rank higher on Google in 2025. But if you want to rank number one and stay there, you have a lot of other things to work on as well, like optimizing your Google business profile, having the right keywords on your website, and setting up the proper site structure. So if you want access to our full SEO course for free, just watch this video and I'll see you there.